I'm Mukhi Singh Saab Guru Charan Singh Khalsa, and I direct training for the Kundalini Research Institute, and I'm a member of the Khalsa Council. Someone asked me the other day, what was the inspiration of this paper that I wrote years ago with Yogi Bhajan called The Shabad Guru? And really, we began to explain to people the experience that we have that is fantastic as a Sikh when we read the Guru and when we do these kinds of Shabads. It's not enough to say in the West, this is a great thing, or we believe it's the truth, because everybody says that. What's unique about us is that we don't say it's the truth. We say it's the experience of the truth within you. What we have captured is a sample of a state of consciousness presented to us by the Gurus. And fortunately, the Guru, as Guru means, as a teacher, allows us to rub up against that and to align our own consciousness at a frequency so that we can have our own experience, so that we can bring forth the gift that we each have that's given to us by God. Now, there's a claim that Yogi Bhajan gave us, the Siddhi Singh Sahib, where he said, well, you can even speak the words of the Guru without even understanding it. You can simply use it because even in the structure of language, in the structure of the sound itself, there is an impact. Now this seemed very peculiar to me when I first became a Sikh. But I tried it out, and it's true. I've taught hundreds of thousands of people all over the world in different countries, from the United States, Canada, France, Vietnam, all over the world. There are students who practice either yoga or come to learn about Sikh Dharma. And the connection between the two is the experience that comes in the Shabad. So here we are doing one of the Shabads, and we start having an experience, even without fully understanding the incredible history and the depth and the beauty and the intricacy that goes into the lives of the Gurus and the bringing to us this sample of the infinite nod. So as I looked into it, I'm a researcher. I did two things. First, we put people into MRIs, and we just wondered if people were in there meditating and doing Satnam Vaheguru, what would happen to the brain? Now, anytime you do anything, something happens to the brain. So certainly we saw changes in the brain where the whole central functions of the brain around attention, memory, the calming of emotions in the amygdala, the stimulation of function for the areas of association, all of this got stimulated by simply meditating on Satnam Vaheguru. Now, that may occur with many sounds, but it was interesting that you didn't just repeat it and go into, say, boredom. It's very different to simply have a habit to say things. But when you and I do the Shabad, it's a relationship. We're not just chopping vegetables and repeating a sound. That would just be like a blank automatic hypnosis. That's not it at all. Rather, there's a sensitivity to the impact of the sound. That's why it's Hukam. We listen. We say, Guru, hit my heart. Make an imprint in me. Let me put aside my own subconscious for just a moment. And whatever that pattern is that is held in that sample of the frequency of that speech, let it come into me. Now that's sunya. How can we truly listen? Not just repeat. Japa is the repetition, but repetition with a consciousness. You know, a lot of people will do japa and they just dream. That's different. You must be alert and alert to your alertness. So when we do Shabad, it's not simply repeating. It's being conscious of our consciousness at the same time, which we call metacognition. This metacognitive function is a specific way of holding attention in the brain. Now, as I've continued to do research and to look at the mechanisms by which this incredible experience awakens in us by repeating the Guru's words, I find there's a lot of threads that we will elaborate, I'm sure, over the years. One of those is that we're beginning to think that music is the universal language. It actually uses very similar areas to what gives structure to language itself. A second recent experiment has shown that even specific sounds, like an L sound, for example, like la, la, as soon as you do that, there is a kind of synesthesia where the structure of speaking that one syllable, what we call a phoneme, a basic unit of sound, connects over to other senses, so that it's not just like information laid on something, rather it's biological. So the L, when you speak it, not only has the sound, but feelings and the beginning of action. It alerts the brain and the mind to begin something in the world. So we have a lot to learn about the incredible structures that are coded into just the sound of the guru. But this is the concept that I think we need to convey to people, that it's not about this is more true than something else, because after all, there are many scriptures, and we believe as Sikhs that we should respect all of those impulses of consciousness as measured by the compassion by which people act. But we do have a technology in here, and in the West, for me, as a Westerner, understanding this as a technology that says, how does it grab my brain? How does it hold my heart? How do I engage this and put myself in it to allow the awakening of an experience which I can test? This is the beauty of our Shabad Guru, and I hope to continue to research this and to communicate with you about this. Sat Nam.